Like if you found the video valuable. Detective Andrew Harris wasn't fond of early calls, but this one had a bite to it. Victim found in a locked room. No signs of forced entry. Looks like murder, said the voice on the line. The address, 1452 Cranbrook Lane, a leafy street in a quiet Pennsylvania suburb. The sort of place where people mowed lawns on Sundays and left their doors unlocked. The sort of place where murder felt like fiction. When Harris arrived, he found the house exactly as described. A two-story colonial with a bright red door and perfect shutters. Officers stood at the base of the stairs. Upstairs bedroom. Victim, David Kellerman, 42, widower, retired investment banker, said Officer Blake, flipping his notepad. And the room? Harris asked. Locked from the inside. No windows open. No sign of tampering. Harris raised an eyebrow and climbed the staircase. The bedroom door was solid oak, bolted from the inside. They'd had to break it down. The body lay slumped in a chair. A single bullet wound in the chest. A gun rested on the floor, 2 feet away. Suicide? Blake asked. Maybe, Harris said, but I doubt someone who locks a door with care then shoots themselves leaves the gun on the floor 2 feet away. The medical examiner confirmed the death occurred around 2:15 a.m., roughly 2 hours before the cleaning lady had called the police after finding the door jammed. But there were no fingerprints on the weapon. Not even Kellerman's. Harris scoured the room. The windows were sealed. There was no secret passage, no crawl space. Just a bedroom with a chair, a body, and a mystery. Then he noticed something odd. Kellerman's phone wasn't in the room. Check the house for his cell, Harris told Blake. It turned up in the kitchen, on the charger. Harris opened it. One unread message from L. It read, "Midnight, you owe me. This ends tonight." Harris traced the number. It belonged to Lena Ortega, Kellerman's former assistant. Fired 6 months ago for embezzlement. The case had been dropped after Kellerman refused to testify. She lived across town. Harris paid her a visit. Lena answered the door with tired eyes and smeared mascara. She didn't bother pretending. "I sent the message," she said. "But I didn't kill him." "Where were you last night?" "At home. Alone." "Convenient." She sighed. "I did go there. At midnight. I was angry. I wanted closure. But he didn't answer the door." "You sure about that?" "Positive. I waited 10 minutes and left. You can check traffic cameras. I drove past the intersection at 12:17 a.m. She was right. The footage confirmed her car driving away from the area. Still, something didn't sit right. Back at the house, Harris interviewed the cleaning lady. "Anything unusual recently?" he asked. Mr. Kellerman kept to himself. "But last week he got a package. He seemed nervous after. Kept locking that room." "What kind of package?" "Didn't see, but he signed for it. White box. About the size of a shoebox." Harris checked the room again. In the closet, beneath a pile of clothes, he found the box, empty. Inside was a receipt. Harris squinted. Protect Security Systems, Model XR hidden recorder, voice activation enabled. A recording device? He had the box dusted. One fingerprint. Kellerman's. No one else's. Harris called in his tech expert. She recovered a hidden micro recorder mounted under the desk. It held one file. Timestamp. 1:58 a.m. Rustling. Then a click. Kellerman's voice. "You don't have to do this. I have the money." Unknown male voice. "It's not about the money. You made promises. You lied." Kellerman. "Please." A loud bang. Silence. A male voice. Calm, measured, not Lena's. They ran the voice through the FBI database. It didn't match any known suspects. But it gave them something. Kellerman wasn't alone when he died. Harris pulled Kellerman's call records. 2 days before his death, there were 5 calls to one number. Brian Kemp, his former business partner. They hadn't spoken in years, not since Brian sued Kellerman for fraud. The case was settled quietly. Harris reached out. "I haven't seen David in a year," Brian said. "You're sure? Even though you spoke 5 times this week?" A pause. "He called me. Said he wanted to make peace. He sounded scared." "Did you meet him?" "No." "Mind if we compare your voice to this recording?" Brian hesitated. "I'd like my lawyer present." Red flag. But there was more. Harris checked Brian's financials. 3 large deposits in the last month, unusual for someone supposedly bankrupt. He also discovered that Brian had once owned a universal skeleton key business, until the state revoked his license for illegal lock bypassing tools. Harris had the locks at Kellerman's house tested. No signs of tampering, but the model was one easily bypassed by pros. Warrants followed. Inside Brian's garage, hidden behind an old freezer, they found a disassembled handgun, latex gloves, an outfit matching a neighbor's security footage, hoodie, jeans, and sneakers. The mystery man captured pacing Kellerman's porch at 1:55 a.m. But the real smoking gun? The second recording device, one that Brian didn't know Kellerman had mailed to his lawyer the day before he died. It contained the same audio file. The lawyer turned it over after Harris questioned him. Faced with the evidence, Brian confessed. It was supposed to be a warning, he said. I just wanted him to pay. But when he laughed in my face, said I was nothing, I snapped. He had entered using a bypass tool, shot Kellerman, and used a wire to lock the door from the inside as he pulled it shut. The locked room was an illusion. Clever, but not perfect. Detective Harris stood outside the quiet house on Cranbrook Lane, the wind rustling through the leaves. Another case closed. Another man destroyed by ego and revenge. He lit a cigarette, watching the sunrise. Locked doors never keep out guilt, he muttered.